Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, back on the PC-50 again today, and a new modification. I now have a rear mirror on this side. Just a cheap job from Amazon, but it does the trick nicely. Just a bit better than looking over my shoulder all the time when I just want to check if there's a car behind me. I'll still do my lifesaver, as we call it over here, so the proper look over the shoulder with my head, but that's really nice for a little reference. So yeah, out for a little cruise today. It is actually deceptively cold. It looked like a nice day outside, so I thought I'd get out and do a video. But yeah, it's pretty cold, and that seems to be the case this time of the year when it's a nice day. The temperatures are pretty low, but it's dry, and that's the main thing, so I thought I'd get out. I've actually been struggling with a really bad cold this week. Starting to feel better today. It's always nice that first day when you're starting to think, oh yeah, I feel a bit better today. You know the end of the cold is in sight, which is always nice. Yeah, let's have a little blast down here, shall we? This is just a main road into my town or city. 30 mile an hour speed limit, but that's as fast as I can go. So let's see what we've got today. It's actually amazing how well this bike is running. I've actually been doing a bit of fettling with the carb, so there's like a throttle adjustment screw and a air adjustment screw. The bike was actually running kind of okay, to be honest. I was just trying to see if I could get rid of that problem, which I'm still having with this throttle. I thought maybe it was something to do with that, but it didn't help, so I actually made it a lot worse at first. But now I seem to have got it into a point where it's pretty nice. This car gonna wait now. Same problem every time. Like, cars do not give way when I'm on this bike. They just assume the bike can squeeze through, it's fine. I'm gonna be going on about that forever, I guess, but there's definitely a big cultural problem with the way bikes and motorbikes and mopeds are treated on the roads here in the UK. It's just, it's not ideal, let's just say that. I think I came down here a few videos ago, but this is honestly one of the best roads in my local town. I mean, it's a bit of a crisis here in the UK at the moment. The roads are just awful. They've not been maintained properly for about 12 years, and I think we all know why that is. It's actually got to the point now where it's a luxury to have a road that's this smooth, because everywhere else there's just potholes, and it can be quite dangerous whether you're cycling on a motorbike or just a moped like this. If you catch a front wheel of one of those, you know, it could send you off. So there does need to be some money spent on the road network in this country. It's just a bit of a state at the moment. Let's try this road down here. We went down there on another vlog, so let's try down this one if we can. And I have to be careful actually, because I think I'm starting to get a bit low on petrol. For those that don't know, there's no petrol gauge on this bike. You just have to look in the tank or give it a bit of a shake. And one of the things that I actually noticed is the pitcock in the engine. The hole for letting the fuel out is actually quite high in the engine, and I think that's probably to keep all the crap out of the fuel line that's floating around at the bottom of the tank. And I may have just run out of fuel right now as I'm talking about it. Oh yes, we have. We've run out of fuel again. Oh my days. Right, this is going to be a bit of a mission actually, because we're not near a petrol station. So we're going to be doing some cycling, guys. Yeah, someone coming out of their house just saw me yapping to myself there and gave me a very strange look. Well, I can understand why. I mean, this is the great thing about this bike. You can't do this on a normal motorbike. That's the one cool thing about mopeds. And I guess it's doubly useful when you don't have a fuel gauge, because you don't really know when it's going to happen, when the fuel's going to run out. So yeah, I've actually got quite a ways to go to get to the petrol station again. It was the same one as I went to in a previous vlog where I ran out of fuel. I was so annoying because I was out before and I thought, I'm really starting to push it with fuel. I need to go to the petrol station when I film this vlog today. Just kind of forgot. Nearly there now, guys, just a couple more meters to go. There you go, empty to full, £3.25 here in the UK. Well, do you know what, guys? Every time I turn the camera off, I get the best interaction. So I just went into the petrol station then. One of the customers in there was saying, I didn't know if you just pedalled in then or rode in. And I said, actually, I have just pedalled in because I ran out of fuel and we were having a good laugh and they were both saying they thought it was great. So, yeah, I should have left the camera rolling for that bit, but never mind. So yeah, probably one of the biggest pet peeves with this bike really is the fact that I just don't know when I'm going to run out of fuel. I need to keep a closer eye on it, basically. And the other pet peeve is that it's so slow off the line. But I have to say, actually, since that fuel up, I don't know whether it's a combination of me sort of messing around with that throttle and an air adjuster on the carb or the new fuel, but the bike seems to have a bit more go about it. I don't know, it just seems a bit more responsive. And one thing I did want to do actually is a shout out to another YouTuber called, I think it's Monkey Roo, I can't remember right now, I'm pretty sure that's the channel. I'll leave a link in the description, guys, because he does loads of cool stuff with small engine Hondas, a really nice collection of sort of the old Dax bikes and the old Monkey bikes, and he does those up, farm finds and things like that. Really interesting stuff, so check out his channel. He actually recommended to me that I shot some WD-40 down the throttle. So while I was putting this wing mirror on, I cut the end of the bar off, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to fire a load of WD-40 down there, and the throttle feels so much nicer now. It feels a lot smoother, and it actually feels more responsive as well. So yeah, very cool to get recommended about that. It's made a big difference. So shout out Monkey Roo, I think that's the name of it, I hope that's right. I'll put a link to your channel, mate, and hopefully some people will come across and follow you. But yeah, that is one thing that I do love about this bike. I was saying that I didn't like about the petrol, which is a bit annoying. But I do really like the fact that it creates a lot of conversation. So a lot of people often come up to me and say, oh, I used to have something like that, or that was my first ever bike. And, you know, obviously you get quite a lot of questions about the pedals as well for people that don't really know mopeds that well. So that creates a lot of conversation. And in the comments on the channel as well, I get a lot of stories about people owning these bikes back in the day. So it's really nice, to be honest. It's really nice to hear all those different stories and things. And yeah, if you've got any of your own, absolutely leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I'll be happy to read those once the video's uploaded. Another thing that happened the other day, actually, I went to go and get this oil that I meant, no, fuck's sake. Fucking hell. So I went to go and get some oil for the bike, was on like a really busy junction, and I kicked off my air intake again, which I've done several times recently, and this time it was terminal because there was a car right behind me, just rode straight over it. So I'll put in a picture of what that looks like now. Ordered another one and kicked it and it ripped. So I've done a fix on it, which you'll be able to see here, hopefully. Had to put some tape around it, and I made it a bit shorter as well because it was actually kind of stuck out about this far. It was too big. So yeah, I've cut the foam down, put some tape on it, and it seems to be working all right. So yeah, a couple of things that have happened with the bike really, and then obviously I still want to do this oil change that I've been talking about. I managed to get the straight 30. If you're interested in getting some yourself, Tool Station sell it here in the UK, so they do a 1 litre pot of it. This takes 0.75 litres apparently. So yeah, they do a 1 litre pot. I'll put in a little clip of it. That's straight 30, I think it's called SAE 30. And basically it's just a bit better for these older bikes. The modern oils for these bikes, they're too good, the synthetic oils. They're too good and they make the clutch slip a lot. So I'm going to try this new oil, see what it's like. And hopefully it makes an improvement to the overall riding experience. That's a cool car, isn't it? What's that? Scimitar. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. A very cool little car. So yeah, just a bit of a poodle about today really, guys. Again, I have been to this area before, but it's very fun just riding around, exploring. I'm going to end up being a really good taxi driver after all this riding around on this bike. That's just so stupid. I was doing at least 20 odd there, and we're on a 30 road, and he felt the need to overtake me, and now he's just stuck at this junction. What a prick. And now he's booting off, trying to get ahead, but I'm just going to catch him up. You gotta love it when people get so angry on the road. Yeah, I think I'll call it there, guys. So another action-packed adventure for the PC-50, another run out of fuel session, and a gutted. I need to leave the camera rolling all the time from now on because I got some good interactions when I wasn't rolling then, and yeah, really disappointing. So in the future, I'll absolutely make sure I keep the camera rolling because I'm sure you guys would love to see those conversations that I get into with this bike. But that's it for this one, so thanks for riding with me. I hope to see you in the next video, which will be vlog number 8. This was number 7. Take it easy on the roads if you're a biker or a cyclist, and I'll catch you in the next one, guys.